Northwestern State head football coach Blaine McCorkle, as the Demons getting ready for the only scrimmage of spring practice ahead of the Joe Delaney Bowl spring game on April 26th. So Saturday morning, 9:35, Turbine Stadium. And Coach, I've talked some this week. It seems competition's going to be the theme.
Yeah, it is. It's only Saturday scrimmage. We'll say that of the spring. We'll have a few other days mixed in throughout on some midweek practices, so we'll have plenty of live work. But yeah, it's a lot of competition out there at a lot of positions right now. And the neat thing is, it's a lot of really young players competing with a lot of really young players for some spots, and that's exciting. So with that, our first 5 days, I'm pretty excited about what we've done. The guys are working hard. They've been very, very coachable. I like this team right now, and I think they're just kind of working hard to get better, and they don't have any other agendas, and that's an exciting thing.
You mentioned younger players battling with younger players, so obviously spring is 15 practices to get ready for the fall, but development, in addition to competition, maybe the early part of spring practice, that a good word to to make equivalence for?
Yeah, it is, and we've talked a lot before about how much ground we've made physically, in the weight room, and it was apparent the first day we put pads on last week that the bodies look different. We're bigger, we're stronger, we're more physical, and that's been very apparent. So we've developed some bodies in the right direction. Now we've got to develop the football skill to go with it and translate and know how to use that newfound size and strength that we've got. So that's kind of been a neat process to watch unfold. But yeah, the first few days really are a lot of base fundamentals and technique, and really, really base, elementary schemes in all three phases. And as you go, you start putting in some situations. We hit some third down stuff yesterday. We've got some red zone stuff coming. Saturday we'll have a good chunk of goal line and short yardage. So you kind of piece the whole thing together as you go. And now that we're through that first initial wave, some of those situations will start popping up a little bit more.
You said roughly probably about 45 to 55 plays, what you're looking at. How would you break that down?
Yeah, well, as I mentioned, the first probably 18 plays will be short yardage and goal line. That will be a huge, huge emphasis. Then after that, we'll work the entire field. We'll have a coming out section. We'll have a move the field section, and then the middle of the field, and then we'll have a little bit of red zone at the end. So we'll have it in segments as we go, and it should be a good day and should be good weather. And we're healthy right now, so everybody should be available. We've had one guy dinged up, and that'll be out this week. But other than that, we're as healthy as we can be. So. Should be a good day to get a lot of work and a lot of situations done, and a good chance for a lot of guys to put some stuff on film.
And it does help that you'll also have, like you mentioned, it's good weather. It's also a good chance for you're going to have referees here. So some guys may get their first chance in a situation with a referee.
Yeah, referees got to practice too.
But for those guys to get out there and actually have whistles going on and get,
that's right. Yeah,
game type situations, maybe for some guys that either hadn't been out there in a while or hadn't been out there at all.
Yeah, that's right. Anytime those striped shirts and flags show up in a different sounding whistle than mine, it does give a little bit of increased intensity, attention to detail, becomes a little bit more real. So that's exciting, and hopefully it'll just add to it a little bit.
Coach, as always, appreciate your time.
Thank you.